Hey, it is Troy Stavros with Cornerstone Realty Associates, and it is time for our monthly market update. We are looking at all of the data through the end of November as we head into December and through the holidays. We want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Again, here we go. Let's look at what happened through the end of November with the housing market in Knoxville and East Tennessee. Let's jump in and take a look. Looking at East Tennessee as a whole, starting with home sales, they were down 0.6%, pretty much even as to where they were last year, because we're looking at November of 2024 versus November of 2023. Inventory of homes is up 34.5%. Pending sales are up 16.1% in East Tennessee compared to a year ago. New listings are up 8.1%. The median sales price came in at $375,000 and was up 7.69% compared to 1 year ago, with the average sold price per square foot in all of East Tennessee coming in at $218 per square foot on average. The absorption rate increased from 4 months worth of inventory in all of East Tennessee to 4.08 months, so a little bit of an increase, which is not uncommon for this time of year as we head into the winter months and the holidays. We expect to see the absorption rate rise a little bit because demand tends to slow down as we get closer to the holidays. So overall, we are seeing everything other than home sales, which is pretty flat, trending upward. Inventory's up, new listings are up, pending sales are up quite a bit actually compared to a year ago, and the median sales price is up. So that is telling us the market is moving in the right direction in East Tennessee. Now let's jump over and take a look at some of the graphics for East Tennessee, just so we can get a visual of what is happening. Okay, so when we look here, we can see that this is the number of listings. You can see that ever since April, inventory has been increasing on a steady incline. But then you can also see here, when we look, the red line here is new listings, dark orange is pending listings, and the lighter orange is sold listings. So you can see those from about July have started to trend down and have been going down pretty much every month since. You can see that new listings have come down, sold listings have trended down, not a lot, and pending listings have trended down. What that is showing us, with those trending down, yet with the total active number of listings trending up, that means demand has softened since August, so since summer, which is typical for this time of year, but demand has weakened, especially as we've come out of the summer. When we look at the absorption rate, we can see that pretty much follows the incline of the active number of listings. When we see absorption rate increase, that means there's either a lot of inventory coming on the market or there is less demand. We haven't seen a lot of inventory coming on the market because here, this line here, new listings, is telling us that they've been going down since August. So that is telling us that demand has weakened since earlier in the year. When we look over here at listing prices, they've pretty much held flat. Not a lot of ups and downs, little bit up here, a little bit down here, but pretty much have held flat this year. So not a big increase or decrease in the listing prices. And the same could be said with the new median list prices, the sold prices, and the pending prices. So you can see there has been negotiation happening off of the original list price. In November, the homes were selling for 94.5% of the original list price, and the price that they were listed at right before they closed, 97.2%, is the ratio that they received on average for those homes. Okay, when we go down here, just to take a quick look at what the hottest price range is in East Tennessee as a whole, as far as across the board, sold listings, pending listings, active listings, and new listings, the hottest sales price was the $350,000 to $399,000, so basically $350,000 to $400,000 price point. saw the most sold listings, saw the most pending listings, saw the most active listings, and saw the most new listings. So that is definitely the most active price point in East Tennessee. All right, let's jump over and take a look at Knoxville, Tennessee. Okay, so looking at Knoxville, the home sales were up 0.6%, pretty much same place as we were last year as far as home sales, but inventory of homes was up 27.6%. Pending sales were up 17.9%, so quite a few more pending sales in Knoxville and East Tennessee as a whole when compared to a year ago. And new listings were up 4%. The median sales price in Knoxville was up 11.62% compared to a year ago, coming in at $412,000, with the average sold price per square foot in Knoxville coming in at $225 per square foot. The absorption rate ticked up from 2.18 months worth of inventory up to 2.37 months, so a little bit of an increase, but still just over 2 months worth of inventory, which is a small number, which kind of tells us why we are seeing the big increase in the sales price year over year, as well as just showing us that the market is still hot in Knoxville. When you have almost a 12% increase in the sales price year over year, that is a hot market. And the fact that the absorption rate is down just above 2%, that tells you there is plenty of demand in the market as well to absorb the inventory that is on the market. Even though it is up 27% compared to a year ago, the absorption rate is showing us there is plenty of demand for that. And we're going to talk a little bit about why that is in a few moments here as well. Let's jump over and take a look at the graphics for Knoxville. Okay, when we look here, we can see it is pretty similar to East Tennessee as a whole. Ever since April, inventory has been rising. Saw a little bit bigger jump between October and November. And again, same as East Tennessee, we can see that new listings, sold listings, and pending listings have been trending down. So demand has been weakening as we head into the winter months. Again, that is fairly common. That's something that we see every year. There's less demand for homes around the holidays or as we get into winter. Then as we get back into spring, it shoots back up again. You can see the absorption rate also has risen pretty significantly since April, but still only at 2.4 months worth of inventory, which is low. A healthy market is right around 5 to 6 months worth of inventory. So you can still see with that amount of absorption rate, we are still in a seller's market because inventory is low. And we're going to talk about why it's low in a moment here as well. Sold to list price ratio, you can see there have been price reductions and there has been negotiation happening. Off of the original list price, there was a 96.4% of the original list price was the ultimate sale price of homes. Off the final list price, which was what the list price was right before it sold, the homes were selling for 98.2% of that price. Still seeing some negotiation, but it's showing you that once the price reductions happen and people get to a price that is appropriate, then they're selling for fairly close to what that ultimate and final list price was, because 98.2%, not that far from 100%. So we are still seeing some negotiation happening. And always keep in mind that all homes are different. You're going to have some homes that are very sought after in very hot areas, and those may go for over list price. And you'll have others that maybe languish on the market. Maybe they aren't as updated, maybe not in as a desirable area, and those will see quite a bit more negotiation happening. So it is dependent on the property. So you really want to talk with your agent so you understand what the particular market is for that particular home. And we'd love to help you with that. Just reach out to us and we can help you. So there you go. You can see the days on market has been increasing down here as well. But again, that's typical for this time of year. All right, let's jump over and take a look at the counties and see what is happening countywide compared to 1 year ago. Roane County available inventory is up 30.4%. Pending sales in Roane County are down 10.9%. The median sales price in Roane County is down 6.28%, coming in at $312,000. That's the first time we've seen that actually dip into the negative in a while. So we'll just want to keep an eye and see what that looks like next month. 1 month is not something to be concerned about, but we just want to watch what the trend is there. The median sold price per square foot in Roane County came in at $177 a square foot. You can see that's higher than it was the month prior when we look at the card on the left, which was October. Last month in Roane County, price per square foot came in at $174. This month came in at $177. But you can also see there's a drop in the median sold price. Was $340 last month. It was $312 this month. So that could be due to maybe a big sale happening the month prior that really pushed that number up. But we just want to watch the trend. We don't want to get too concerned about what the individual number is on a specific month. We want to watch where the trend goes month after month. Looking at Knox County, the available inventory was up 30.3%. Pending sales were up 15.8% compared to a year ago. And the median sales price in Knox County was up 10.9% and came in at $402,000, with the median sold price per square foot in Knox County coming in at $222 per square foot. In Anderson County, available inventory was up 9.3%. Pending sales were down 8.3% compared to a year ago, and the median sales price in Anderson County was up 12.9%, coming in at $350,000, with the median sold price per square foot in Anderson County coming in at $197 per square foot. In Loudoun County, available inventory was up 56.6%, so quite a bit more inventory in Loudoun County this year compared to a year ago. Pending sales were down 7.9% in Loudoun County, and the median sales price was up 6.19% and came in at $524,000, with the median sold price per square foot in Loudoun County coming in at $243 per square foot. In Sevier County, available inventory was up 24.43% compared to a year ago. Pending sales in Sevier County were down 15.82%, and the median sales price was basically even, coming in just down 0.44% and coming in at $572,500. And in Sevier County, the median sold price per square foot came in at $337 per square foot. In Blount County, available inventory was up 46.5%. Pending sales were up 20.3%, and the median sales price in Blount County was up 7.14%, coming in at $375,000, with the median sold price per square foot in Blount County coming in at $210 per square foot. Okay, so there you go. There is the data for East Tennessee, Knoxville. And when I say Knoxville, that's anything when you type in an address and it's Knoxville, Tennessee. That's all encompassing those properties. And then the individual counties surrounding the areas that we serve and what is happening there. So you can see that the market is still pretty decent. Let's go over a summary and take a look at a couple other things as we conclude. Knoxville, Tennessee has solidified its position as one of the nation's top housing markets heading into 2025. Both the National Association of Realtors and Zillow have included Knoxville in their top 10 housing markets, citing strong economic growth, demographic trends, and consistent price appreciation. With mortgage rates stabilizing and demand remaining high, Knoxville and the broader East Tennessee region continue to attract attention on the national stage. Knoxville was recognized as a 2025 housing hotspot by the National Association of Realtors, and it has identified Knoxville as one of its top 10 housing hotspots for 2025. and that is based on key factors such as job growth, net migration, millennial homebuyer affordability, and home price appreciation. This echoes Zillow's inclusion of Knoxville in its top 10 for price growth in the coming year. The median sales price outpaces the national trend. So Knoxville saw an 11.62% increase in the median sales price year over year, reaching $412,000. That's significantly outpacing what is happening nationally. Across East Tennessee, the median sales price grew by 7.69%, rising to $375,000, which reflects a steady demand and a robust local economy. As far as pending sales and inventory expansion, the pending sales in Knoxville surged by 17.9% year over year, highlighting strong buyer interest. The inventory increased by 27.6% in Knoxville and 34.5% across the region, providing some relief in a historically tight market, which is a bright spot for buyers. More inventory, more choices. New listings also grew by 4% in Knoxville and 8.1% region-wide, signaling improved seller confidence. Now, as far as affordability and migration trends, Tennessee remains a top destination for net migration, supporting a 6.2% increase in payroll employment since 2020. Knoxville's affordability, coupled with job opportunities and quality of life, continues to attract out-of-state buyers and millennial renters transitioning to homeownership. A few of the county-level insights: Knox County, median sales price was $402,000. That's up 10.9% year over year. Pending sales were up 15.8% year over year, and the inventory was up 30.3% year over year. Loudoun County, median sales price was $524,000. That's up 6.19% year over year. Inventory up 56.6% year over year in Loudoun County, was the largest increase in the region. Sevier County's median sales price was $572,500, which was nearly flat year over year, and their inventory growth of 24.43% shows strong demand for vacation and second homes. Blount County saw a median sales price of $375,000. That's a 7.14% increase year over year, with pending sales up 20.3%, reflecting strong buyer activity in Blount County. So as far as mortgage rates and an outlook for 2025, mortgage rates have stabilized below 7%, but remain significantly above historic lows. The 30-year fixed rate recently averaged 6.84%, with the National Association of Realtors chief economist Lawrence Yun predicting rates will hover between 5.5% and 6.5% for the foreseeable future. While rates are unlikely to return to the sub-4% levels of the past, the anticipated Fed rate cuts in 2025 may help keep rates in check. So what to expect in 2025? Price growth. The National Association of Realtors forecasts a 2% national median price increase, but Knoxville is expected to outperform with its continued above-average growth, with Zillow predicting 5.8% increase for the Knoxville area. Home sales are predicted to rise, led by new construction, as existing homeowners remain locked into low mortgage rates. We saw 68% of homeowners are either mortgage-free or under 4%. So there's quite a bit of people that have a low mortgage rate or no mortgage, so they are not really motivated to trade into a mortgage rate near 7%. So that's why we're seeing inventory remain low. Home sales are predicted to rise, led by new construction. Like we mentioned, demand, net migration, and employment growth in Tennessee will continue to fuel housing demand, ensuring Knoxville remains a top market for buyers and investors alike. So Knoxville and East Tennessee are positioned for another strong year in 2025, with a healthy balance of rising inventory and sustained demand. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, the region's housing market shows no signs of slowing down. For more insights or assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to me. This is Troy Stavros with Cornerstone Realty Associates here in Knoxville and serving you in East Tennessee. Have a great day. Have a Merry Christmas, and we will see you next month with our market update showing what happened through the end of the year. Have a great day. We will talk to you soon.